What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Frank Warren. Get this. Frank Warren admits that Daniel Dubois quit. This is what he had to say. He said he went down from 2 shots that no one had expected, in which I would like to see him get up from, Warren said of Dubois. Well, he did get up from the first one, and the second one, I would have liked to see him get up. What happened in that round changed the whole dynamic of the fight, and the bottom line is, if you want to be the best, you've got to want to grit your teeth, and you got to look at the videos of Tyson Fury on the floor and what he did to get up and get back up in the fight, because that's what you got to do. Those are the words of Frank Warren, and let me counterpunch. I'm glad now that people are seeing the obvious. I'm glad now that people are starting to see what the real issue was in that fight. We can talk about round 5 until we're blue in the face. We can. We can talk about that round. We can talk about what if. We can talk about, if Usyk could have got up, if Usyk got the count to get up, will Usyk, if he would have survived, if he could have fought back, if he had the heart, if all that. We can if all day long. Okay. However, what we can all agree on is Daniel Dubois quit. And Frank Warren, based on what he said, he was comparing Daniel Dubois, what he should have done, to what someone else actually did. Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury was the guy that got up, rose like Lazarus in the first Deontay Wilder fight. When Deontay Wilder finally caught Tyson Fury, when Wilder connected with that right hand and then he finished it off with a left hook. And a lot of people thought it was the left hook. I was like, no, it was the right hand, okay? The right hand practically put Tyson Fury to sleep, but it was something innate inside of Tyson Fury that made him get up. Not only get up and survive, he did more than that. He showed that he belonged. He showed that he was the winner. He showed that he was wanting to still win. Okay, he showed that heart, the same heart that kept Wilder getting back up in the third fight, that kept Wilder still wanting to fight in the second fight after his nose was bleeding and his mouth was bleeding and his eyes were bleeding and everything was bleeding and swelling around him. He still wanted to continue. That's what Frank Warren was expecting of Daniel Dubois, and he didn't do. Okay, he did not do that. And it makes you think, where is he actually internally? Who is Daniel Dubois? You know what I mean? Like the same things people saying that AJ is a hype job. AJ is this hype train that, AJ never had to worry about not getting up. AJ always got up. He's been down how many times now? 5? 4 in one fight. Got dropped in the Klitschko fight. He had to get his ass up, fight through that, and then knock out Klitschko. Okay? Now, he didn't want to fight like that. I think that was like one of those career defining fights that made him really look at how and what type of fighter he wanted to be. That's why I think he's over here or comes over here to train with Derrick James, because he wants more defense or whatnot. But nonetheless, when he was in the ring and push came to shove, he did what he's supposed to do. Okay, get up. You can't go out like a bitch. You can't just sit there and wait. Because when you do that, a lot of people, had the verdict out on Daniel Dubois before the fight happened. Okay, everybody's seen the Joe Joyce fight, the Kevin Ledana fight. He looked like he had quitted him then, because a lot of times he was almost frightened to get hit again like he got hit the first time. So that's just as worse. That means you're fearful of something to come. And that you either have to have 2 things, tough it up, or 2, defense. Because if you can't take the shot, you better learn how to avoid it. And falling to the canvas is not avoiding a shot, okay? That's giving in to somebody else's aggression, which will cause your ass to get a point deducted, because that's an official knockdown, okay? Because that's what he did in Usyk's fight. And then speaking of Usyk, I can't rate Usyk's power, but I'll say this. To me, it didn't seem like Alexander Usyk really hit him that hard. You know what I'm saying? It would be different if he hit him with 5 or 6 flush punches. He didn't even do that. So that makes you question, like, well, damn, if he would have hit him with those punches, Daniel Dubois, based on what we've seen, wouldn't have been able to survive that. Okay, so he couldn't even take the punches that he was hit with. You know, people say it's the accumulation. I guess it has to be. But at the end of the day, you know, he didn't go out on a shield. He didn't go out swinging. He didn't go out like Ricardo Mayorga, a Deontay Wilder, or any of these guys that try to at least throw that last shot before they're taken out of commission because the guys are getting the drop on them. Okay? They're losing. They're getting beat. They're getting defeated. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't show any of that. So at least, Frank Warren is starting to admit, like, look, this is actually what ended the fight. Damn the controversy in the 5th round. How did the fight end? It ended in a knockout because Daniel Dubois quit. So you have to really, for Daniel, he has to really realize what type of fighter he wants to be. Does he run with the whole idea, I should have been heavyweight champion? Because, you know, even if that would have happened for you, you would have scathed away in a situation because, see, if it wasn't for, if round 5 was the ending point of the fight, think about this for a second. If round 5 was the ending point, then we would have never seen that version or what we needed to see from Daniel Dubois to convince us that, man, this dude ain't ready. So it's a good thing that we did see that, because that question is hard. Not just one lucky damn punch, because what would have happened? Hrgovic would have came and steamrolled right over him, and the hands of the championship belt would have changed twice, okay? From 3 different people. From Usyk to Dubois, from Dubois to Hrgovic. Okay, so it's a good thing we seen this, because looking at what we saw, based on what we saw, do you really think Daniel Dubois deserves to be would you think he would be a suitable champion? He would probably be worse than Charles Martin. And when I say Charles Martin or Andy Ruiz, because they both had the belts around the same amount of time, not long. They didn't defend them because they couldn't hold them. Okay? And he would have had less than that because it's already damn near September. So he comes back in December and loses them in 2 months, you know, to Hrgovic on the mandatory IBF tip. Okay, so yeah, because something would have happened in that fight that caused him to get hit, that caused him to do that Kevin Ladena shit. Bars. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Frank Warren admitting that Daniel Dubois quit. He would like to see him more like Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, people that didn't quit. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunching. Peace.